Okay, I'm back live. You wouldn't believe what happened. Oh man, my electric motor. It's made in China like everything else is, but it was half price because it was a brand called Sunlux, not or Sunlex or Sunlex. Anyways, or Sunnylex. Anyways, it wasn't a Minn Kota, and it was half price. I just went. I've been struggling, guys. The stream went dead, and then I was struggling because the motor snapped, the clip snapped off. So I've been stuck out here because I couldn't get the motor down. Anyways, unbelievable. So I'm thinking I got problems with the aluminum bolt. I think the aluminum bolt is screwing up the Wi-Fi. I definitely need to have some kind of mount to hold the camera up higher. But oh no, I just see a dead duck body, guys. Yep. A brown dead duck. I'll show you. Right there. That's a snapping turtle victim. I just noticed, I thought it was a root. And it's not. It's a duck. A little brown one. So the ducks were, when they were down here before, that big snapper. I'm in the area where I saw the snapping turtle last night, second sighting. Okay, so I'm going to back up here. Unfortunately, the motor, I can't adjust the height of it. Yeah, this is the area. You can't see anything. It's still pretty murky water, but it's clear out here. So I'm going to go real slow here. I'm thinking, unless he is dead and he starts to decay, and then he, appears as in the body floating, but an awful lot of torn up. Well, actually, I'll show you. You can see it. See, it's all torn up here. This is the work of a snapping turtle. He's been digging around, rooting around in here. Like making, actually this whole area is being rooted up. And actually, compared to yesterday, it doesn't even look the same. Unless there's a couple. Which I wouldn't doubt it. And I'm shocked, even with the iPad, I'm getting a bad connection right now. Man, there's a lot of minnows in this lake. I don't know if this is going to show up in the video or not, guys. See the hole right there? It's like the snapping turtle. This is the area that he's in. It's a black hole. Doug's being a good dog. You can see there. He's right there. He's laying on the dock. But I had to yell at him because I was trying to fix the motor. And, okay, I got a problem now. I gotta get out of here. And because I can't lift the motor because I broke the little clip, I gotta take the motor back to the garage. And I gotta make some kind of temporary clip pull handle rigamajig. I don't know. It's all torn up, and where I'm trying to visualize here again where I was standing. There was over there. It's like the logs last night got moved. Because I'm looking. Yeah, it's different. Oh man. I'm positive it was right there though. But the thing is that there was last night there was more logs sticking out of the water, and today I'll just show you, like it's not the same. That's the spot right there, but there was more logs last night sticking out of the water. You know, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't have that second round chambered. If I would have had that second round chambered, I could have double tapped them. Then I'd know for sure. Come on. Oh, great. All right, now I'm down to paddling. Paddling because of the wind. And there's just a steady breeze. Just a nice steady breeze pushing me to shore. Well, I'm going to try to put the iPad here. But like I said, as soon as I get it near the aluminum boat, it just doesn't want to work. It just keeps calving out. The big red bar comes up saying bad internet connection. Well, let's try it again. If she goes, she goes, guys. And I'm going to be doing the search off camera. All right. Oh man, the amount of minnows in here is absolutely loony. Okay, this is the area right here. Yeah, all right, there's the logs. It's still murky. Even the minnows are whatever's in here is like, well, maybe another snapping turtle, but man, you'd never find anything in this. I'm blown away by the root situation of the trees that are uprooting. That's weird. I just heard a noise. I'm hearing a ton of weird noises here this morning. Yeah, the snapping turtle, guys. I think that's what's been moving all the logs. Because I've been telling you guys how the water levels have changed, and it's not. The logs are floating because these aren't really logs; they're old tree stumps, and it's all chewed up underneath, like the turtle's been rooting underneath, and like you can't even get to bottom. Like the paddle can absolutely disappear. You know what needs to happen? And I right now I don't have the time to do it right now because I gotta get this tech thing fixed. I gotta get the streams fixed in the pen. I just need to camp out here, just sit out here with the ducks, and wait for them to show up again. I could be waiting here for the freaking whole day, just sitting here. Lunch, drinks, the works. And then, you know, potentially I did get them, and there is no more. But I don't think so. There could be hundreds in this freaking place. I'm thinking there isn't, though. I'm thinking there's some big guys in here, and that's it. But I can't believe the amount of stumps that are just torn to crap here. They've totally changed, because I used to canoe in this area all the time, and these logs used to be like right on the surface. There used to be fallen trees, and now the trees are the roots are all up, the stumps are all pulled up. Until he floats, he's nowhere to be found. And like I said, I've got permission to trap. Oh, we're back to the bad internet connection again. It doesn't like the Wi-Fi in the aluminum boat. It's too close to the boat. It needs to be extended up. Doug, get out of here. Go on. You're churn up the water and I can't see anything. Okay, now we got a good connection again. I don't believe this. I gotta sit down here and just wait, which is a real trick in itself. Because like I said, I could be down here the whole day. I could just spend a whole day just sitting here. But there's no way I'm going to find it. I'm so mad last night, guys. Like I'm telling you, I had that thing on the paddle and it was like, oh. I just wish I could have seen the damage. The thing was, I only saw the back end of it. And I don't know, if it was just stunned or did I actually blow its head off, hanging onto the duck's head. It's just the way the duck's head was severed off. And plus, turtles, when their jaws lock, and I've seen this as a kid. When I was a kid, they used to, the stick to get the turtle to bite the stick, and they pull the stick out, and then they chop the head off, for making turtle soup, and the jaw was still locked on the stick. It didn't let go. I've seen that with my own eyes as a kid. And so unless I with a slug hit directly, like an absolute direct shot, direct connection with the head, the fact that duck, his head was severed off, it's almost like, I blew the turtle's head off. It was like a perfect hit type thing. And the thing is, like I said, I have a trap, which I've got written permission from the Ministry of Natural Resources to trap and relocate. But for some reason, they will not go into the trap. They have no interest. And I've got the trap totally submerged with just the top corner of it out of the water, because legally, so the turtle doesn't drown, you have to have it, one part of it out, so they can get air. And I've put like 3 ducks in the thing, and the minnows are eating the ducks. But there's no turtles. have an idea. I gotta go back to the house, grab a, I have a float, a marker, just in case the trap sinks. I'm pretty sure I can set a trap out here on these stumps and it'll stay above the water, because the important part is it has to stay above the water, right, so that you don't drown the turtle, so you don't get in trouble with the law. And if this is where the turtle is, maybe a trap right here with the duck in it is where I'm going to have the luck, because I ain't having the luck by the dock. And there's enough stumps right here that I think I can hang the trap up so that it's sticking up out of the water. Nicely. Oh man, I thought for sure I'd see something this morning. And the thing is, you know, with snappers, they never show themselves. They're elusive buggers. But we definitely have a dead duck floating over there. Absolutely. Little brown guy. So that's 2 confirmed ducks. And I can't not let the ducks out. And now that the ducks have discovered the lake, she'll never keep them away from here. Never. They'll just keep coming down here. Ducks to water. I'm just shocked though, the amount of destruction here. And it ain't ducks that's doing it. It's like there's I'll just show you guys, like, okay, come on. Just like that wasn't like that last year. And the ducks have only been down here a couple days. And ducks didn't do that. Something else is chewing away at the shoreline here. I'm gonna put my glasses on here so I can. I'm just watching here, and it's like, no, it did get another duck. There's no thinking about it, guys. It did. I've seen it. I don't think the turtle man does common snappers. I think he does alligator snappers. Totally different kind of snapper. I don't think their alligator snappers are near as aggressive as common snappers are. Common snappers are nasty rigs. I know the alligators are huge, but the common they're yeah, I'm just looking around here, just nothing but minnows. Nothing but minnows. A ton of minnows. I'm gonna let the ducks out and do my thing here. And like I said, I gotta get this get it done. I gotta get the tech done. I gotta get it out of the way. And it's gonna take some time to get the ducks used to the boat. That's another thing too. Like if I come down here and sit here with the boat, it's like the ducks, they're not into the big fans in the boat right now. Every time I've gone near them with the boat, they lose it. It's going to take a couple days of just getting the ducks used to the boat, so that I can come out here and sit here. This is like a multi-day process. multi-day process that has to happen. Plus, I got to take the motor off the boat and take it back to the house because I broke the freaking. Oh, I still believe it. It just disintegrated, guys. It must be not ultraviolet stabilized plastic because it just like it just peeled. It just it was like unbelievable. You know, I'm just wondering, like, you know, kind of, you know, a shotgun blast like that. You know, the fact that it was just a projectile going into the water. You know, can it do the shock and stun? Yeah, I'm stunned right now. Stun a turtle. You know, like it wasn't like I had the barrel stuck in the water and there was like a concussion in the water. Because the way his body was limp when I had him with the paddle, it was like, you know, like I blew him. But the thing that made no sense was I know that, you know, as a kid, you know, we used to chop the turtle heads off, and you know, the legs would keep kicking for an hour. You know, sort of like a flapping wings on a duck. You know what I mean? Which I'm thinking last night with that poor little duck. You know, it had its head chopped off and it was stuck upside down flapping. It's just the fact that you know, you just snapping turtles, you know, you don't get to play with them with a paddle. You know, they swim away. They don't hang around like. That's the thing. It's like I'm wondering. I'm just looking at this thing. I'm thinking I can come up with a chunk of wire. I might not have to take the motor back. I think I might get a chunk of wire. Bring some pliers down and make a little bracket down here instead of carrying this thing back to the house. Make a little pull handle. I don't want to see anything, guys. There's nothing. And like I said, this area doesn't look the same as it did last night when I was down here. It has changed since last night, but that could also be from the water currents have changed it because it is all floating now. None of those stumps are hard in the ground or at the bottom of the swamp anymore. Which also makes sense why I couldn't figure out, you know, over there how that stump. Okay, I'm gonna try to zoom in for you. Oh, am I getting it? Oh, I can't even see. There's a stump directly ahead of me that's sticking out of the ground. Looks like about 3.5 feet out of the water. That makes no sense for the depth of the water here. It's almost like everything has been uprooted. That you know, something has been rooting around in the water, tearing stuff up. Which that's what snappers do. You know, they dig under things, and then they lodge themselves, you know, in, and then wait for little fish to swim by, or big fish, or a duck head, you know, drilling. They make cover. But there's definitely a dead brown duck over there. So we lost a brown duck and a white duck. Poor little duck. I hate that. But I'm gonna move. I'm gonna make a little. I'm gonna get some wire. I gotta fix this motor so I can use the boat, and I'm gonna bring the trap over and put it here right at the mouth of the creek. Won't be able to Wi-Fi this though, or stream this because I'm gonna have too much stuff in the boat. I'll show you later. But I'm thinking I gotta get the trap out here with these stumps. That's where the turtle is. And I'm thinking that if there's a dead duck in the trap, which we've got one from yesterday, he might go inside if he's still here. Or another turtle might go inside, because I think there's a couple here in this area. Just the fact that the amount of destruction. You know, I'll tell you something, in all the years I've lived on this lake, I've only ever seen a snapping turtle swim once at the dock. Once. I saw him swim by the dock. That was the only time I've ever seen a snapping turtle in the water. They don't show themselves. I've seen them in the yard. I allowed all those snapping turtles to hatch on my property. Protected the mother. Oh man, I look back at that. And I video logged it all, eh? So there, I gotta have this evidence of my own demise. All right, new plan of action. We're gonna move the government-sanctioned trap and relocate setup, and then I'm going to let the ducks out, and I gotta bring some wire back too, and fix this thing. We'll try to fix it at the dock. So that's sorry about this, guys. Very uneventful this morning. And then we're gonna let the ducks out. And if you notice, I didn't go to town because YouTube this morning, man, I like to know what's going on with YouTube. I would really like to know what's going on. I've never seen so many glitches in my life. Like things